After you turn 65, your body doesn't react the same way it did when you were 25 or even 45. The aches are more persistent, your digestion starts slowing down, energy levels don't bounce back like they used to, and certain foods, ones you probably ate all your life without a second thought, suddenly become dangerous. Yes, dangerous. Because what you eat daily after the age of 65 can either keep you vibrant, mobile, and healthy, or silently chip away at your health, one bite at a time. This video is not about diet fads or miracle cures. It's about real science-backed information that most people don't even know about. Every day, seniors around the world continue eating these same 4 foods, thinking they're harmless or even healthy, without realizing they may be accelerating joint pain, causing digestive issues, inflaming the brain, weakening the bones, and increasing the risk of chronic diseases like heart failure, kidney disease, and even memory loss. You might be wondering, how could everyday foods, things you've probably eaten for years, suddenly become so harmful? It's not just age. It's how the body processes and reacts to these foods after crossing 65 that changes everything. Metabolism slows down, inflammation rises more easily, and internal organs become less efficient in filtering toxins or balancing nutrients. That's why a donut at 25 might just cause a sugar rush, but that same donut at 70 might trigger an insulin spike, energy crash, and gut imbalance that lasts the whole day. And the scariest part? You won't feel it immediately. These foods don't hurt you after a single meal. They work slowly, silently, and steadily. Week after week. Month after month. Until one day, you start noticing that you're gaining weight around your belly even though your diet hasn't changed. You feel more tired after meals. Your joints are stiffer in the morning. You forget why you walked into a room. You feel bloated more often. All subtle signs that your body is crying for help. But here's the good news: the damage can be stopped. You can still protect your brain, your heart, your gut, your energy, and even your skin by simply knowing what to avoid. And today, we're going to uncover the 4 everyday foods that are silently working against your body after the age of 65. You probably have at least one of them in your kitchen right now. This is not about banning every tasty treat or living on boring boiled vegetables. It's about smart, simple choices. Knowing what's harming your body is the first step to reclaiming control. So watch closely, take notes if you have to, because every second of this video could help add healthier, stronger years to your life or your loved ones' lives. Let's begin with the first food, and it's one of the biggest lies in modern health culture. Food number 1, low-fat or fat-free products. For decades, people were told that fat is the enemy. Fat makes you fat. Fat causes heart disease. So what did the food industry do? They created a massive wave of low-fat and fat-free products: yogurt, salad dressings, snacks, desserts, even milk. And seniors especially were encouraged to switch to these versions. But the truth is shocking. These products might be doing more harm than good, especially after 65. Here's why. When food companies remove natural fat from a product, it doesn't taste good anymore. So, to make up for the loss of flavor and texture, they add sugar, artificial sweeteners, thickeners, preservatives, and sometimes even harmful trans fats. Now, instead of getting healthy natural fats that your body needs, you're getting a cocktail of chemicals and sugars that your aging body can't handle well. Your brain, which is made up of nearly 60% fat, depends on healthy fats to function properly. Removing fat from your diet and replacing it with sugar or fake ingredients may increase the risk of cognitive decline, brain fog, and even Alzheimer's. Yes, studies have shown that people who consumed more low-fat and high-sugar foods had a significantly higher risk of memory loss as they aged. Your heart also suffers. The idea that fat clogs your arteries has been largely debunked. In fact, certain fats, like those from olive oil, nuts, avocados, and wild-caught fish, can actually improve heart health. But when you switch to fat-free cookies or low-fat salad dressing with high-fructose corn syrup, your blood sugar levels spike, inflammation increases, and bad cholesterol can go up, all dangerous for seniors. The other silent issue? Satiety. Fat helps you feel full. Without it, you feel hungrier, eat more, and often choose unhealthy snacks to make up the difference. This can lead to weight gain, especially around the belly, which is already harder to manage after 65 due to hormonal changes and slower metabolism. So, what's the takeaway? Don't fall for the low-fat label. Focus on whole foods with natural, healthy fats. Full-fat Greek yogurt, olive oil, fatty fish like salmon, nuts, and seeds can actually support your brain, heart, and hormone balance. Next, let's look at a food that most people consume every single morning, and it's quietly draining your energy and harming your bones. Food number 2. Breakfast cereals and granolas. If you're like most people over 65, your breakfast might include a bowl of cereal or granola, maybe something labeled heart-healthy, whole grain, or low cholesterol. It feels like a smart choice. After all, it's light, quick, and marketed as healthy. But behind the packaging and the friendly claims lies a dangerous trap that can silently harm your body every single day. Most commercial cereals and granolas, even the ones claiming to be whole grain or natural, are heavily processed and loaded with hidden sugars. Some have as much sugar per serving as a glazed donut. The average bowl can easily contain 15 to 20 grams of sugar, and that's without the milk. When consumed first thing in the morning, especially by someone over 65, this sets off a dangerous chain reaction in the body. Here's what happens. Your blood sugar spikes rapidly after eating, giving you a short burst of energy. But because cereals are so low in fiber and protein, and high in processed carbs, that energy crashes quickly. Now your body releases insulin to manage the sugar spike, and soon after, your blood sugar plummets. The result? Mid-morning fatigue, brain fog, mood dips, and often another craving for sugar or carbs. This sugar roller coaster isn't just exhausting, it's harmful. Over time, this pattern contributes to insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes, a condition that becomes significantly more common after age 60. What's worse, many seniors who are pre-diabetic don't even realize how these simple morning choices are accelerating their condition. But sugar isn't the only danger in breakfast cereals. Most are also made from highly refined grains, stripped of natural fiber and nutrients. These refined carbs increase inflammation, which affects every system in the aging body. Inflammation in the joints leads to stiffness and pain. In the brain, it may contribute to memory decline. In the gut, it disrupts healthy bacteria, which is critical for immune health, something that naturally declines after 65. Now let's talk about bone health. Something few people realize is at risk here. Many cereals are fortified with synthetic vitamins, including calcium and vitamin D. While that sounds like a good thing, synthetic nutrients don't absorb well in older adults. And when your bones don't get enough bioavailable nutrients, they become brittle. Combine that with blood sugar instability, and the risk of falls and fractures increases. This is a quiet danger. You might think your cereal is giving you nutrition when, in reality, it's stripping your body of balance, strength, and energy. And finally, let's not forget about the added preservatives, artificial colors, and flavors. These additives are particularly harmful to aging digestive systems and may irritate the gut lining, leading to bloating, constipation, or even food sensitivities. Many seniors start to notice digestive discomfort but blame age alone, never suspecting that their breakfast is the culprit. So, what can you eat instead? Swap sugary cereals with high-fiber, low-sugar options like steel-cut oats, chia pudding, or unsweetened Greek yogurt with berries and nuts. These foods offer complex carbs, protein, and healthy fats that digest slowly, keep you full longer, and support stable energy and brain function. They also nourish your gut with real fiber and antioxidants. No preservatives needed. Now that we've tackled two major food traps, low-fat products and breakfast cereals, it's time to address a third food that's even sneakier. This one hides in sauces, spreads, salad dressings, and even soups. You may think it's natural or harmless, but in reality, it's fueling inflammation, heart problems, and even joint pain in millions of seniors. Food 3. Vegetable oils, canola, soybean, corn, and more. You've probably been told over and over again that vegetable oils are a healthy choice, better than butter, safer than animal fats, and ideal for cooking. That little bottle of golden yellow oil sitting in your kitchen might look harmless. But what if we told you that after 65, Using common vegetable oils like canola, soybean, corn, sunflower, or safflower oil could be accelerating the aging process inside your body, harming your heart, inflaming your joints, and even affecting your memory. The truth is, most commercial vegetable oils are highly processed, chemically extracted, and overloaded with something called omega-6 fatty acids. Now, omega-6 isn't bad in itself. Our bodies need some. But when consumed in excess, especially in comparison to omega-3s, it creates an imbalance that triggers chronic inflammation, a root cause of nearly every age-related disease. Here's what makes this dangerous. As we get older, our bodies naturally become more sensitive to inflammatory triggers. The immune system isn't as strong. The liver doesn't detoxify as efficiently. And when your daily meals are cooked in oils filled with omega-6 fats, that inflammation doesn't just go away. It settles deep in the tissues, in the joints, causing arthritis pain, in the arteries, contributing to hardened vessels and high blood pressure, in the brain, leading to cognitive fog and increased risk of dementia. Most of these oils go through a refining process using high heat and chemicals like hexane, a solvent that strips the oil of any natural nutrients while generating harmful byproducts. These byproducts, like aldehydes and trans fats, are toxic at the cellular level, disrupting how your cells communicate, repair, and protect themselves. Over time, this can weaken everything from your immune system to your metabolism. And think about how many products use these oils. Breads, baked goods, salad dressings, mayonnaise, margarine, chips, crackers, frozen meals, fried foods, restaurant takeout, almost everything processed has vegetable oil hiding inside. You could be consuming these toxic oils in every single meal without realizing it. For people over 65, the risks are even more serious. Because as we age, our bodies lose some of the natural resilience they had in earlier years. The gut lining becomes more sensitive, the arteries become stiffer, and the brain becomes more vulnerable to oxidative stress. What vegetable oils do is quietly amplify all those vulnerabilities. They don't make you sick overnight. But over months and years, they build up, contributing to joint stiffness, fatigue, blood sugar issues, weight gain, and increased risk of cardiovascular problems. Seniors often believe these symptoms are just part of aging, when in fact, they may be signs of chronic inflammation being fueled by the very oil they cook their eggs or sauté their veggies in. So what's the alternative? Switch to oils that actually fight inflammation. Extra virgin olive oil, cold-pressed avocado oil, and unrefined coconut oil are excellent choices for cooking. They're rich in healthy fats, antioxidants, and compounds that support heart health, brain health, and cellular repair. Grass-fed butter and ghee can also be good choices in moderation, especially for those with dairy tolerance. When shopping, avoid any oil that says vegetable oil blend or comes in a clear plastic bottle. Those are signs of highly refined, heat-damaged oils that your body doesn't need. Choose oils that are cold-pressed, organic if possible, and packaged in dark glass bottles to protect their integrity. Now let's move on to the final food in our list, and this one surprises almost everyone. It's often seen as a comfort food, a traditional staple, something that brings back childhood memories. But after 65, this food could be a serious threat to your gut health, immune function, and energy levels. Food 4. White bread and refined flour products. There's a good chance you grew up eating sandwiches, toast, pasta, and maybe even homemade biscuits or pancakes made from white flour. It's comfort food. It's tradition. It's easy to chew, quick to prepare, and available everywhere. But after the age of 65, continuing to eat white bread and refined flour products can quietly and gradually take a serious toll on your health, especially if consumed daily. Let's start with what refined flour really is. White flour is made by stripping away the bran and germ from whole wheat, removing almost all the natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals in the process. What you're left with is a highly processed, fast-digesting carbohydrate that behaves almost the same way sugar does in the body. When you eat a slice of white bread, your body breaks it down into glucose very quickly. That spike in blood sugar triggers a surge in insulin, your body's blood sugar regulating hormone. Over time, repeated blood sugar spikes and crashes can lead to insulin resistance, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes, conditions that are already more common and more dangerous in people over 65. But the damage goes beyond just sugar. Refined flour can have negative effects on your digestive health, too. As we age, the production of stomach acid often decreases. Digestion slows down. The intestines become less efficient at moving food along. White bread, which is nearly void of fiber, does absolutely nothing to support healthy digestion. It can contribute to constipation, bloating, and a sluggish gut, which in turn affects the immune system, since 70% of immune function originates in the gut. And if you're eating refined flour regularly, you're likely crowding out healthier foods that provide the fiber, nutrients, and antioxidants your aging body craves. Instead of feeding your gut's good bacteria with complex carbohydrates and fiber, you're feeding the bad bacteria with simple carbs that turn to sugar. This imbalance can lead to a weakened immune system, increased inflammation, and even mood issues. Now let's talk about your muscles and bones, which are already under pressure as you age. White bread and refined flour products are acidic in nature. When consumed frequently, they may increase the body's acid load. Your body then pulls calcium from your bones to neutralize this acidity, contributing to bone thinning and increasing your risk of fractures and osteoporosis. But here's something even more concerning. Many white flour products also contain preservatives, dough conditioners, and bleach agents like potassium bromate or chlorine dioxide. These chemicals are banned in several countries but still used in some parts of the world. They can cause irritation to the gut lining and place an extra burden on the liver, an organ already working overtime in older adults to process medications, toxins, and environmental pollutants. So, if you're still regularly eating white bread, white pasta, white rice, muffins, pastries, pancakes, and other refined flour foods, it's time to rethink your choices. You're not just feeding hunger, you're fueling inflammation, damaging your blood sugar balance, and weakening key organs. Here's the better option: whole grain, sprouted grain, or gluten-free high-fiber breads made from real ingredients. Choose breads and pastas with ingredients like quinoa, oats, flax, millet, or almond flour. Incorporate sweet potatoes, brown rice, and legumes instead of processed white carbs. These alternatives offer fiber, plant-based protein, and nutrients that help stabilize blood sugar, support digestion, and reduce inflammation. Even reducing your intake by just half can make a difference. The goal isn't perfection, it's awareness and improvement. Because every bite you take either supports your body or stresses it. And after 65, there's no room for silent stressors that slowly chip away at your vitality. Now that we've covered the 4 everyday foods silently damaging the body after 65, low-fat products, sugary cereals, inflammatory oils, and white flour, it's time to help you share this powerful information with others who need it.